Shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Yahakara back at it again with another one. Try to make this one quick. But before I start, you know what it is. Call on La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakwadash. And double honors to the big brethren, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom Bayata Dawada. And to the Hakim and Akwatium that's out there repenting and returning back to our Father through our big brother Yahweh Shah. Because that's the only way to the Father, is through Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Shalom Mashbaka. But I just want to go into this little video that I got off the brother, the elder brother from out of Baltimore, Karata Zaba, with this damn stinky Edomite Vocab Malone. I don't even know why would you even want to sit down and converse with him over the scriptures. I don't know why that's a weak ass spirit. I know the scriptures say, hey, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Stand for the defense of the gospel. I understand that. But why would you do that with a person where you already know his stance on it? Why would you sit down and laugh and want to be lottie-dottie with a damn devil? Somebody that said, I don't care if they're the Israelites. I'm still going to deny it. Why would you sit down and converse with somebody like that? Somebody that said, yeah, he acknowledged who you are, but he still go deny it to people. That is a devil. Why would you sit down and talk to him? Why? That's a weak ass spirit to me. You ain't tested, because it don't matter what you say to that dude. It don't matter what you say to him. You can read the scriptures. He just going to it to try to take your faith and your belief and put you back to sleep and have your ass walking around with them with their false doctrine. That's it. He ain't in this for the truth. He's a heathen. He's an Edomite. His job is to take this from you. His job is not to bring you to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. His job is to bring you to their idols. That's his job. His job is not to get you to return back to your power. Your power. Your power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's not his job. His job is to further bring you, take you, and pull you away from your power. Your Father, Yahweh, in the name of our big brother Yahweh Shah, man. His job is to pull you away from that. Away from them. That's his job. That's a weak spirit. You sitting down at a round table and you conversing with this damn dragon, this red pasty-faced devil over scripture. You ain't for the convince him of nothing. He don't care what you bring out, even if it's a true doctrine. He's going to be against it. Now let's listen with this. I hate that dude. I ain't with all that other shit. If I hate you, I must tell you I hate your ass. That motherfucker is our enemy. And if you run around thinking don't got no understanding of the scriptures, run around talking about what Christ know what Yahweh said, then you supposed to love your enemies. That ain't talking about them. That's just simple right there. No, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I hate my enemies. I hate every last one of these motherfucking asses. But let's hear what this damn devil gonna say. Because I done ran my mouth long enough. I'm ready to bring out these few precepts and end it off. But let's hear what this devil got to say, so I can get into these scriptures.
So, I don't know who came up with it or did it it first. That's a more intriguing way to argue for loss of identity than the Jeremiah 17:4 passage. No, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, it's a more intriguing way. It has more, you have to go more violent, do some stuff more than just tear.
We got two more.
So that's interesting. I do it's sort of this, it looks like precept packing to me. Now, you may say,
we got our precept packing, you know?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Man, what the fuck? Man, Slakia. But that's what I'm talking about right there. This laughing and this giggling and all that shit with this damn devil. And then he says, yeah, you got to come with some more stuff, you know, because he, oh, yeah, we got some more stuff. Oh, yeah, that's intriguing. Like, man, that dude is a devil. You sitting up with a motherfucker that don't like you, man. He said his job is to take your faith. His job is to take your belief. That's it. That's his job. Damn devil.
No. What I mean by that is precept packing, like putting them on top of each other. Now, I know you say, well, that's how you. No, I don't agree with the interpretation.
I heard y'all talking about line.
That's it. So it looks like stacking things.
Wait a minute. Did you hear what he said? I don't mean to keep stopping it, but did you hear what he said? He said he don't. What's the instructions? Matter of fact, let's run to it real quick. What's the instructions? But he said, don't nobody give a fuck about what you agree with. Fuck you. But what did he say? He said, no, but he don't agree with that. He don't agree with that. So let's go to it. This is what he said he don't agree with. He don't agree with the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. He said he don't agree with this. He said, I know that you say that's the way. No, that's what our Father, through our big brother, Yahweh Shai, said how we supposed to do this. How we supposed to bring this out. When you're speaking about specific things. What it says, Isaiah 28, and I'm going to start at 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Them what? Them who? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Meaning those that have not been fed the true knowledge and this true understanding of this doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So what you must do, verse 10, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. That's the instructions of the Most High. How you going to get understanding of this knowledge? How you going to get understanding of this doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Not reading John 3:16 and then saying, oh, that's talking about the world. No, you go through the precepts and the precepts is going to tell you, Slakia, and the precepts is going to tell you what it's talking about and what it means and give you the correct understanding of that. Rather than you just saying, oh, John 3:16, that's talking about everybody when it's not. When you go through the precepts, you're going to get understanding of that doctrine. The correct doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So we supposed to follow the instructions. So what the fuck is he talking about? It don't matter what you talk to him about. He ain't going to agree with you, man. Let's listen to some more.
He's interpreting a certain way, put them together, make a case. However, like I said, it's much more intriguing. I'll say this: it's a more sophisticated way to try to argue with it. But the problem is, on the plain face of those, that is not saying you lose your identity. It looks Just like you're reading your presupposition right on into the text, because those texts aren't about ethnic identity. These are oracles against Israel in some cases, and then prophetic promises to Israel in other cases. Has nothing to do with ethnic identity.
Did you hear what he said? He said Jeremiah 17:4 has nothing to do with ethnicity, ethnic identity. He said there are prophecies and whatever the fuck he said. This dude clearly is a fucking devil. Now let's go into him. Let's bring these scriptures out. Let's read that. We're going to start off there first. Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. But matter of fact, let's read up one. Matter of fact, let's start at the top. Jeremiah 17 and 1. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron, and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart, and upon the horns of your altars. What was it talking about? It's talking about these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High wrote down for us. He said, these are the things that you should do, and these are the things you should not do. Now, if you do these things that I told your ass not to do, you got a punishment coming. So that's basically what that's talking about. Jeremiah 17 and 2. Whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. That's those idols that wicked shit we was in. Stuff that we was told not to do. O my mountain in the field, I will give thy son. And what did he say? O my mountain in the field? That field is the world. And O my mountain, that mountain is his nation. So he says, O my nation in the field, meaning you've been scattered abroad. You've been scattered abroad for your disobedience. I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil. Meaning everything that we have is going to be taken from us. And thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Now he says what? You go discontinue from your heritage, and he gonna cause you to serve your enemies in a land which you know is not. Before we get all into that, let's go to another precept. 2nd Esdras 2 and verse 7. Matter of fact, we can read 2 and 7. Let's hit the point. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. What did he say? Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. That's what Jeremiah 17 and 4 said. What? And I will cause them to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. Meaning you're going to be scattered. Let's go back. What did he say? 2nd Ezra 2 and verse 7. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth. For they have despised my covenant. What is this dude talking about? That Jeremiah, we're going to go into their heritage. We're going to pull some of that out. But let me bring these out first. Let's go to Psalms. Go to Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Start at verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, Yasharallah, may be no more in remembrance. So who did that? Your enemies. He's your enemy. His people, they said what? They cut your name off from you being recognized for who you really are. When we were scattered in these other nations, what did they do? They called you colored. They called you Negro. They called you Afro, whatever the hell shit with that. They called you black. They called you African American. Ain't none of that who you are. We are Hebrew Israelites. That's it. From our respective tribes. That's it. So the same motherfucker that they sitting at this desk with, you sitting at the desk with those that cut your name off. You being recognized for who you really are. You sitting at the desk with him that did it. And you think you supposed to be sitting there laughing with him and that, man, that's a weak spirit. You want to slap his motherfucking ass. Fuck laughing with him and shit. You want to slap the shit out of his ass. Let's grab another one. What it says, let's read this and finish it off. Psalms 83 and verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah, Israel, may be no more in remembrance. Let's jump. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. 28. And I'm going to start at 36. The point is 37. Why? Because when you go to verse 15, that was a curse that the Most High said that you was going to go through. Let's read it. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. One of these curses that came upon us was this fulfilling of this prophecy. Of what? You losing who you are, your heritage, your nationality, your customs, your knowing your power, and so on and so forth, your land, everything. Let's read it. Deuteronomy 28 and 36. The Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, meaning idols, wood and stone. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So what does it say? It says you're going to become a byword, meaning you're going to be called something outside of who you really are. So how Jeremiah 17 is not talking about heritage. Now let's go into these little things pertaining to heritage, culture. Let's go into these things. Let's go into what is this heritage. Let's go into it. Bear with me. Let's go into this word heritage. Let's see what it says for heritage. Heritage.
Heritage.
It says 1. Property that is or may be inherited, an inheritance. Right? Now we know what inheritance is. It says inheritance, birthright, patrimony, legacy, bequest, endowment, estate, devise, I'm tongue-tied on that.
Hereditament.
Hereditament. Okay? Now, let's go into this word, because this word also goes into heritage. Let's go into this word. Let's go into this. Culture.
Culture.
What it says, let's get it. It says culture, not number 1, but we go read it. The arts of other manifestations of human intellectual achievements regarding collectivity. Nope, not that one. It's number 2. The customs, art, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. Now let's go into this. Let's bring these synonyms up. It says civilization, pertaining to culture, society, way of life, lifestyle, customs, tradition. What did it say right there after traditions? Heritage. So when you go into that word heritage, it ain't just talking about your land. It's talking about everything that come with that land. You have your land, you have your language, you have your customs, you have you as a nation of people, who you are, and so on and so forth. Y'all way of life. That's why it says civilization, Slakia, civilization, society, way of life, lifestyle, customs, traditions, heritage, habit, ways, mores, and values. See? So that heritage goes into the civilization, your way of life, your lifestyle. It goes into your customs, your traditions, and your ways. Now let's go into this civilization, because that's also a part of a heritage. Let's punch it up.
Civilization.
Civilization. It says what? Which one we looking for? We looking for this one down here. It says civilization, advancement, and progress. But it says the stage of human social and cultural development and organization that is considered most advanced. Let's go down. It says what? The progress by which a society or place reaches an advanced stage of social and cultural development and organization. Another one, the society, culture, and way of life of a particular area, plural noun. Civilizations, plural noun. Civilizations. Let's get into it. It says what? Cultural, customs, mores, way of life, attainments, achievements, society, nation, people, and community. So this word also goes into that heritage, which goes into your culture, your customs, your way of life, and nation. Let's go into that nation, which also goes into that heritage. What does it say? A large body of people united by common descent, history, culture, or language. And this is all pertaining to your heritage. So when the Most High said you're going to discontinue from your heritage, we was going to discontinue from what? Our history, our culture, our language, our inhabited part, a particular country or territory. We was going to discontinue. This is going into your heritage right here. We was discontinued from our land. We was discontinued from our language. We was discontinued from our culture, which is our way of life. We was discontent. We was disconnected and taken away from who we are. That's why it says common descent. That descent goes into who you are as a nation of people. We was broke away from all that. So what the fuck is this damn devil talking about when he talking about, that was talking about heritage, that was just talking about, no, your heritage goes into all these things. It goes into your land, where you from. It goes into the language you speak as a people. It goes into your cultures, which is your way of life. It goes into your descent as who you are. He said we was going to discontinue from our heritage. That's all these things that pertain to our heritage. Let's go back to that goddamn devil before I end it off. So you need to understand, this dude ain't nothing but a deceptive, demonic serpent. That's all he is. So when the Most High said we was going to discontinue from our heritage, and you was going to be discontinued by what? How? When you go be scattered into this Pacific land, because we knew who we were when Northern Kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity and we went into the Babylonian captivity. We knew who we were. We weren't discontinued from our identity. We came back into our land after we served out our punishment 70 years in Babylon. We knew who we were during the Medo and Persian Empire. We knew who we were. We knew who we were during the Greek Empire. We knew who we were. We wasn't discontinued from that. Although our people was Hellenized, but during the time of that period of them being Hellenized, they still knew who they were. They was just forbidden to call themselves what they called themselves. But we still had our people that still knew who they were when they was discontinued and forbidden to call themselves who they was calling themselves. But you still had our people still recognizing, knowing who they was. That was still in the land. During the time of Mashiach's coming, you had our people in our land. We still knew who we were. After 70 AD, when we fled into West Africa and all other parts, we knew who we were. Being brought over here in the transatlantic slave trade, this was the only place where we lost our heritage, our language, our customs, our culture, our land, and all that. So what is this devil talking about? You better stop listening to these people and recognize that they are your fucking enemy. And that's all I want to say on that. Shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom.